that there are people who are born great, or there are people who are born to fulfill destiny in order to become successful. It's a lie. That's just an idea of man. There is nobody that is born specially. So long the word of God said, we are all created in the image of God. There is nobody that is created different from the image of God. Every human being is created in the image of God. But Aristotle said that there are men who are more special than the other. And that's just his own mind. I mean, in other words, that's their philosophy, because they were thinkers. The Greek people, they were great thinkers. And that is the reason why they are the ones still ruling the world up to this very moment. The Greek are the rulers of the world. Though they are dead, but their philosophy or their principle they put in place is the one ruling the whole world. But they were wrong because they are human by saying there are some people who are specially made. And they said, one of the things they said, that anybody that have that dark color like us, we are born to be what? Slaves. And anyone that have a fair color like them, like the white, with pointed nose, they are born what? To be leaders. And you see, and that's the reason why they, when they believed this, the time came that the Portuguese was able to move into Africa, the western region of Africa, and they discovered some black people. They said, oh, there are so many slaves here. That was where they started pushing them. And the Spanish were found a group of people who are dark in color. The Aristotle referred as what? Slave. And that's why they were moving them until British had about it. And they were pushing themselves there to get more slaves. But by the grace of God today, we were able to prove them wrong. That we are not born to be slaves. Yeah. Yes. You use your mind. If you are ready to change your mind, you can rule. Now, the greatest problem we have is that our mind, we refuse to refine our mind. We believe what people tell us we are. Most especially what the principle or the philosophy of men said concerning us, we believe it. And we are applying that and we become like that. Because the Bible said, as a man thinketh in his heart, so he is. If I'm thinking that I'm $1, I will be growing dollar every day, older in dulliness, because that is what I think. Now, there is power in thinking. Whatever you think, that's what you become. Now, while we're teaching this message, or while we're trying to tell you it is possible for you to be successful, is because we want to change your mind. Don't believe what they are telling you that you can't make it. Probably it was your teacher that told you when you were in secondary school or primary school that there is nothing good that will come out of you. Or your parents look at you and say, because you're dark, you have a dark skin. You know, I told you that in Africa some time ago, most in some parts of Africa, Nigeria of Africa, they believe anyone that is black is meant to be what? A farmer. And anyone that is fair is, they call them Oibo, they call them different name, meaning you are not born to be in the farm. Immediately you are born and you come out from the womb of your mother, 7 days your skin is dark and everybody know that you are dark, forget about it. You can't go to school anymore. A lot of people end up like that in the farm. But today, a lot of black people who are black and actually dark in skin, they are doing well. I say we do well. Amen. I say we will do well. Amen. Now, always look up to people who become fulfilling destiny. Know people behind you. You know, the easiest way to go forward in life is to look at people at the head of you, who are ahead of you. That is the easiest way. Refuse to look back. Don't compare yourself with people who are not up to you. Don't measure yourself with people who are not up to you. You know, the devil has robbed so many of us in our mind or not thinking that we believe people who are making it's because they have help. Instead of us to think, how did these people make it? We just think, they have help. People they from a good background, or their parent was good. You have an uncle, that is why they are different. No. Let me tell you, there is no, even if you have an uncle or you have a good parent, if you are not serious, their greatness or their works cannot change nothing in you. You must have to be serious first. It is your seriousness that determines the help you receive. If you are not serious, there is no way nobody will help you. You must have to be serious by yourself. And most especially in this world we are, there are so many help that we call help. Or people who become themselves. They become themselves by what chance? It is not because people actually want to help them. Because a lot of them who actually receive help or become themselves, if actually people know that they are going to become great, they will not assist them. Or find out from so many of them who become real today or who are great today, a lot of them borrowed money or people borrowed their money to become themselves. Why did they borrow them? Why will an uncle borrow you, your uncle borrow you money to pay your school fees? The reason your uncle give you money to borrow for your school fees is because he don't believe in you. He never believed that you are going to become what? Somebody. If he knew you are going to become somebody, he will not borrow you money. Anybody giving you money to borrow is because he don't believe in you. I'm talking about your close people. Any of your close people that give you money to borrow is because they don't believe in you. You know, if they believe in you, let me tell you, if they believe in you, they won't. For example, I remember when I was about to come to United Kingdom, and I got a visa, and I told people, some people, my friend, I'm going to United Kingdom in a month from now. A lot of them that never give me nothing in life, they were giving me things. They were giving me money. Why? Why were they giving me? Because they know if I get there, I'll be, because everybody thinks that when you get there, you make money. Now they say, no, I must have to connect. But all through the time I was there in the school, they don't even look at me. Now, it's because they know that you are going somewhere. I'm talking about, there are people that will never give you, or when they give you and start giving you borrow, it's because they don't believe in you. If your husband is giving you money to borrow as a wife, it means he don't believe in you. Yeah. If your husband give you money, borrow, a wife, a husband is supposed to give a wife money for free. No, I don't want you to waste this money. I know you waste it. He don't believe in you. So also, there are so many wives that give their husband money. It's because they don't believe in their husband. If you believe, you don't give money for someone that you believe that is going to be a governor tomorrow, money to borrow. That's why you see politicians. How many people borrow their money? People volunteer to sponsor them. Why? Because they know tomorrow they are going to be governor. And one or two projects, it will cover their money. I said, no, are you borrowing the money to me? Say, no, just take it. I'm just helping you. It's targeting where? Something. Now, I am telling you something this morning that don't start criticizing people who are in front of you. Don't see them as so privileged. They went through hell. They went through battles. They went through sleepless nights before they become what they are today. Now, you also can become who God wants you to be in life. Now, what is greatness? How do you measure greatness? How do you measure greatness? Because what we are talking about this morning is the price for what? Greatness. The price for greatness. The price for what? Greatness. Say it again. The price for greatness. It is built inside of us, does not mean there is no price to pay. Turn your Bible with me to the book of Matthew chapter 20. That's what we read last week. The word of God is new every day. let's see Jesus' definition or his approach for greatness. Matthew chapter 20, verse 20. It's about two sons that were desperate for greatness, but they approached it wrongly. When Jesus saw their zeal, he told them the mind of the kingdom. Verse 20, are we there?
Yes, sir.
All right. Then came to him the mother of Zebedee, children with her sons, worshiping him and desiring certain things of him. And he said unto her, what wilt thou? She said unto him, grant that these my two sons may sit, the one on the right hand and the other on the left hand in thy kingdom. But Jesus answered and said, ye know not what you ask. Are you able to drink of the cup that I shall drink of, and be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with? They said unto him, we are able. We are able. And he said unto them, ye shall drink indeed of my cup, and be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with. But to sit on my right hand and on my left is not mine to give, but it shall be given to them of whom is prepared of my Father. Verse 22. But Jesus answered and said, 22, ye know not what ye ask. Are ye able to drink of the cup that I shall drink of, and be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with? And they said unto him, we are able. Now, somebody shout a prize. Say the prize. Greatness has a price to pay. It is built inside of us, but there is a price to pay. Because everything that God created, as we said, everything it takes for them to fulfill their purpose is built inside of them and is guided by what principle? Now, to apply principle is a hard thing. Principles are not cheap to apply. You got to learn it, you must have to learn it and have understanding of it in order for you to be able to put it into work. The principle that guides a seed to become a tree and bring forth fruit, the principle said a seed must fall to the ground and die, unless it abide alone. Meaning, it is the prayer of a seed to be fruitful. It is the desire of the fruits, the seed, to become tree and bring forth fruit. But it is a hard thing for him to do by himself. He can't just say, if you put a grain of can on inside a tube, inside a bottle, and put it there in your room. It can be there for years. Maybe tomorrow morning or every morning wake up, go there and look at the seed. When is this seed going to bring out fruit? So long it's there in the bottle, it will remain alone. Now for you to see that seed, or for that seed to see himself bring forth fruit, he must have to pay the price. And the price is for him to break first. The price is for him, or for that seed, to leave his comfort what? Zone. So long he wants the comfort zone, he will remain what? Alone. That is the number one price for every man to pay in order to fulfill a purpose is the choice to leave a comfort zone. Whatever you regard as your comfort zone, whatever that looks so accommodating to you, whatever that looks so nice to you, whatever culture or law, or whatever seems to be good to you, that you think, no, I don't need anything else. My father has his okay for me, and you are due to marry. Instead of you to go and marry, look for a sister to marry, you say, no, I'm the first son of my father. I'm the one that will inherit everything. You will be damned. And you will never become yourself. Why? Because you refuse to leave the zone that you call comfort, or that you regard as comfort what zone. But the day that you want to become yourself, you must choose. Now, you see, greatness is a choice. What did I say? To become great, to become successful, is a choice. It's not a thing that you just wake up and become it. No. You first of all have the mind that now I want to become great. And find out what it takes to become great. Check out the principle, then apply them, you become successful. In mathematics, for example, there is what they call, I only do elementary, but in mathematics, I remember what they said then to us. There is what is called almighty formula. The almighty formula is what? A principle that you can apply to some equation, and it will give you what? An answer. If you say, no, I do know, I am no more than even the lecturer who is telling me the principle to apply before I get the equation solved, there is no way you can get the answer. But the day you understand, in the secondary school then, I remember they would spend time to teach us what is called formula. And in primary school, I remember what's called four-figure table. That four-figure table, it's very complicated. Very, very complicated, because I don't think I can remember not, because they have to show you how to analyze things before you get, Now, where were they spending time? Where were the teacher or lecturer spending time for you to know the principle? Because they know as soon as you get the principle right, you must be a successful student. And they know, so long you don't know what is called you don't know the formula, there is no way you can pass. That's why whenever you are going already in front, they'll tell you, okay, now let's go back. Your problem is not you don't know what they are saying, but the problem is that you don't know the formula to apply. Until you know the formula. So also, greatness is predictable. When you apply the right skill or the right principle, is for you. You can predict you are going to be what? Successful. And you can predict also you are going to be a failure. As a student, I said last week or so, if you are a student, you sleep 24 hours. you know you are going to fail, no matter the tongue you are speaking. Wake up in the middle, like I broke, I bind every witches. Witches say, I'm not the one. Don't bind me because I'm not going to follow you to the hall. If you go to her without prayer, you are going to fail. Then, in order for you not to fail, you have to read her. And as soon as you read, and you understand everything, where is the question going to come from? I hear so many of us there in secondary school or anywhere, oh, the teacher is so biased. The lecturer is so, is so wicked. Where we're expecting him to come to ask us questions, it didn't come from there. It's not racist. Here they call them racist. It's a racist. They don't like black people. No. So long you don't know mathematics don't know what is called black or white. Success have nothing to do with racism. So long you can apply the principle, you win. How many of us have had so many great men of God and said, I can never be poor in life? Yeah. How many of us? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Have you ever, most especially pastors, you hear pastors say, I can never be poor in life? Have you ever sit down and ask yourself, why are they saying they can never be poor? The reason why they are saying, I can never be poor, when I was hearing it before, even I was surprised, sometimes I would say, they are full of pride. It's pride. Now, it was later I discovered, what are you ignorant? It's not pride. The reason why they are saying, I can never be poor in life, is because they have found the secret. They have found the secret to success. Everything in life has what is called secret. And that secret lies in what? In the principle. If you can know it, forget about it. 1 plus 1 is what? 1 plus 1 is what? 2 plus 2 is what? 4. Okay. Now, what tells you that 2 plus 2 is 4? Principle. So long you know the principle that 2 plus 2 cannot be changed, anywhere you find yourself, whether in America, whether in Australia, Africa, in Europe, when somebody asks you 2 plus 2, you don't need to say, okay, let me pray about it. You immediately tell the person, it's 4. Why? Because the principle tells you that when you put these two together, it becomes like this. So also is success. The reason why so many of us are being denied, when we are struggling, is because we don't know. And God has not designed us to what? To be struggling. God has not designed us to be a follower. No. God designed every one of us to become great. Now, look at this woman. He already understands what is called greatness. Because seeing his son, the two sons, working with Jesus, she understood that already they are in power. But she was trying for more power. She was expecting the two children, one to be at the right hand, and the other one to be at the left hand. I don't care to know where other people will be, where Peter will be, I don't care. But my two sons, let them be dead. When you read down what the Bible said, the disciples, the 12, the 10 others, when they discovered the secret of their mother, they were angry with them. They said, no. Your mother is bad. Why would your mother come to Jesus to bribe Jesus? And Jesus looked at them and said, no. You look at this. I mean, it doesn't work in the kingdom like that. You don't just choose to be, I want to be in the right hand or the other hand. No. There is a price to pay. Jesus said, will you be able to drink the cup which I drink from, or drink with, or baptize with, the kind of baptism I'm going to baptize with? And they say yes. Now, Jesus was trying to tell them that there is a price to pay. And if you can pay the price, the seat becomes yours. If you can pay the price, the position becomes yours. And every position that you are looking for is available. What did I say? I say every position that you are looking for is what? Available. I thank God for what the idea of man said. He said, you go forward. The person is going forward. Forward means that you are going higher, or they said going higher or going forward. Now, when you are going higher, you don't have any obstruction when you follow the procedure. But by the time you are going side to side, you can jump other people. But by the time you are going higher, because the way to success is narrow. And the way to success is only few people that have found it. It's only few people. And how did they find it? It's because they devote themselves for it. They choose that, oh, I want to know what it takes for me to become great. And as soon as they decide it, and they walk alone, that is why you see people who are great, who become themselves, they are lowly. You can't be in the crowd of people and hear God. And if you don't hear God, there is no way you will know what you are created to fulfill in destiny. Because it is only God that has the secret of who you are, or what you are going to become in life. Now, you can't be in the crowd of people and become yourself. You need to separate yourself from the multitude in order for you to locate your purpose in destiny, or for you to find your purpose in destiny. And that's why it's always tough. Anytime you want to break out from people, anytime you want to break out of the law that govern the people, anytime you want to break out of the mentality of other people around you, people see you as what? A rebel. They criticize you. They talk so many things concerning you. You see, maybe you are so quiet, you become quiet because you want to read and know some certain things, or you are calculating in your mind what you have read, or there's some calculation going on in your mind about your physics or chemistry that you just read. Now, as you are thinking about this one, people look at you as, oh, they will call you names. So say, oh, what type of life are you living now? Look at him, he become automatically a witch. They will call you name. But if you know what you are doing, remove your ear from what they are saying. Why? Because they don't understand you. If they understand you, they will not call you name. I said, if you know that this person is going to be, I'm going to be a governor tomorrow, and I tell you, okay, give me just £5 then, you will run. Because if not tomorrow, I might become a governor, then I will give you whatever you need. But because they don't know what you are fighting for, they will call you name. You know, the word we have is this. When people don't understand you, they call you so many names. But the day they know you, if they know you, they can kill you easily. I choose for men not to know me than for them to know me easily and determine my death. Now, listen to this. When you want to become successful by putting into work every principle that is needed, people are going to condemn you. When you read the book of Luke, turn your Bible with me to the book of Luke. Luke chapter 14. Let's see what Jesus said. Verses 26. 25 said, and there went a great multitude with him. And he turned and said unto them, if any man come to me, and hate not his father, and his mother, and wife, children, brethren, sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be what? My disciples. Now, I would like you to put something here. If any man come to me, if any man wants to become successful and hate not, then the end of it, he cannot be what? Successful. Now, Jesus was telling them, he said, he looked at the multitude, because they were just following him. Multitude cannot make something. They can't become somebody. or they can't become, you can't follow crowd and become who you want to be in life. Now, Jesus looked at them and said, oh, this multitude is too much. Everybody will say, yes, Jesus, we are the Son of God. We'll follow you to the end. We'll serve you forever. You are our God. There is no king like you. Jesus looked at them and said, no. I must tell these people, you can't deceive me. And he looked at them and he said, if any man want to follow me, he must hate. Hate in the sense, it was not saying you must hate your parent. That's where so many people get erroneous understanding. And say, well, pastor said we must hate our children or hate husband. In the olden days when people have breakthrough in some African country, a lot of people were going to different places. They abandoned their mother, they abandoned their father. They will stay in Lagos. If they were born again in Lagos, they just stay in Lagos forever. Mother, bye-bye. Because Bible said we must hate them. No. It was just trying to illustrate something. That when you want to become my disciples, you must at least abstain yourself from certain things. In order for you to become my disciples. You can, now, for example, there are so many children today, or men or women because they are not grown-up people. When they started what they want to become in life, most of their parents, they look at them and start crying. They look at them, they will start crying. There are some people, for example, anytime you want to break out from a customs of people see you as what? A deviant. They know that this one, don't think this one can become somebody like. They will remove their eyes from you. That's how it is. So many people, when you want to get out of them, want to become yourself, they will try to hold you. They will try to tell you, no, you don't need to do that. That is why Jesus was saying, you must hate. Then, you must hate this, you must hate that, in order for you to become yourself. Because you can't hear them and become who you want to be in life. There is no way. Now, I'm hearing my spirit. Can I still make it when I'm old? You can still make it. There's no age limit. Papa was telling us when he came last time. He said, you are not back to school. Yes, that's what Daddy said.
Yes.
At his old age, he went back to school to fulfill his purpose. Now, I'm trying to tell you, no matter the age limit that you find yourself, don't think, oh, I can't make it. You can make it. Most especially you are here in the United Kingdom, that they make education so easy. So easy. Now, you can't be in an Oxford nation and become a dullard. You know how many of us know of Oxford University? Now, we know of Oxford back home. You are in the city of what? Oxford. Now, you need to do something. You need to do something. You can become great. Remove it from your mind that, no, I can't. I can't become it. I'm already old. No, remove it from your mind because that is what is caging you. Until you lose yourself out from that, until you break yourself out of it, there is no way you can become it. Greatness is built inside of you. When you are ready to pay the price Jesus said, you can become it. Pay the price. You must pay the price. You must pay the price. As a young man, you must pay the price. As a young man, when you are single, for example, as a single person, you have no reason to say, this is why I'm not going to school, this is why I'm not educated. Oh. You know why parents are forcing their children to go to school while they are young? Now, you might not know it when you are alone. But by the time you have wife, you have children, you don't know. You find it difficult to read when you have wife and children. Except you are determined to do it. Why? Because if you want to bring a book, your children will be crying. But I told you the only time you own is night. If you want to become successful or great, it is only night that nobody strive with you. Nobody struggling with you. As soon as everybody is sleeping, your phone is sleeping also. Nobody disturb your phone. Wake up, go to bed 2 hours. Wake up, spend the other time at the table. You must not sleep from 9 o'clock in the evening and wake up 6 early in the morning and you think you are heading somewhere. You are simply heading to where? Doom. Why? Because that life that you own, that you can manage and become who you want to be in life, you use it to sleep all through. Little sleep, little slumber, the Bible said, come and what? Poverty. It brings poverty. Poverty in a sense that inability to achieve a purpose is called poverty. Not when you don't have money. Not merely when you don't have money that people regard as poverty, no. Now, when you are not fulfilling your purpose, you're poor. Now, you become poor when you don't know the importance of the night. Now, make use of the night. Don't say, oh, I work from morning at 8 o'clock down to 5 o'clock, I'm tired, that's why I sleep in the night. No. When you teach your body, it will adulterate. And as a matter of fact, if you want to become fulfilling destiny, if you want to fulfill your purpose in life, you must not work your mind on daytime, because daytime is owned by your supervisor. Your employers, they own your time in the working place. That's why it is an abomination. In other words, it is a sin. It is a proof of indiscipline. If, for example, you are employed by any company from 9 or 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock, that's what they are paying you for. Then you are saying, okay, you want to read Bible in a working place. Not your break time. Your break time, you can read the Bible if you want to read. I don't even encourage people to carry Bible to working place. Now, okay, because you know a Bible, you put Bible, you are a student, a Christian, you put Bible on your side, the customers are coming on the till, and then you are saying, okay, you look Bible verse. You are robbing your employers. It's a sin. What did I say? It's a sin. God will hold you because of that. Put the Bible aside, do their work. Now, that time is owed by them. That's why they are paying you. They pay you for it. But in the night time, between 6 to the next morning 6 o'clock, is your time. That time is yours. Nobody's striving with you. Nobody's struggling with you. Now, if you can know how to make use of it, you see this greatness that we are talking about, it will come out. Now, you see, all through the month we're saying, God is saying, greatness is inbuilt or is built inside of every one of us. And I don't want you to end it like that. Pastor said, yes, everybody are going to be great. I mean, greatness is inbuilt of me. Now I will become great. The Bible saying here, Jesus said to them, you have a price to pay. Now, I want you to go with this mind that whatever I want to become in life, I must pay the price. And so long you are ready to pay the price, nobody will deny you of your right. If you can pay the price, no matter the color you carry, nobody will deny you of your right. Don't follow people who are saying, oh, you know, this country is so racist. You know, wherever you are, maybe you're in Europe, you are saying they are racist. You are in America, they are racist. You are in, they are racist. No, forget about racism. It is because you are not doing the right thing. Do you know what God said to Cain? He said, Cain, why do you kill your brother? If you have done right, you'll see the good reward. In other words, God was saying, anybody that did right, we have the reward. No matter the color that you carry. Color have nothing to do. Color have nothing to do. Nothing to do as far as social is concerned. If you know what to do, If you follow the right principle, if you apply the right principle, you will see the result. The white said, the problem with the black, they said, is they find it difficult to locate things that are already inside the book or inside the black and white that we don't read. And I discovered actually that is the greatest problem we have as human. If you don't read, it's a problem. You see, for example, their culture here is very good. You see children, when you study children, like children that's going to school, study them very well. A young child of, let's say, 5 years or 6 years or 7, they can carry a big novel like this and start reading. My sons or my daughter, sometimes they'll bring novels to home, and big novels. And they will start it and finish it. And I was imagining, I said, even all through my primary school, I don't think those Macmillan was, that's not to 120 pages. I don't believe I finished one. I don't. In primary school. But these days, the children here, children here will come with novel, 2-3 days, they finish it. They finish it. Now, and I asked myself, I said, oh, this is where we miss it. This is where we miss it. These children are grown up in a way that they teach them that you can't live without reading. You can't read without getting information. But people boldly will tell you then, they say, as soon as you finish your school, put your certificates aside, your books aside, and go and look for a job. Job cannot make you. No job can make nobody. Because job only help you for today. But what will help you tomorrow is what we know. Say greatness. Say it's possible. Say greatness is possible. Now, if we know that greatness is possible, how many of us are ready to pay the price? How many of us are ready to pay the price? If you are ready to pay the price, I am telling you, don't just hear this message and just put it aside. Oh, one of these messages. No. Put it into work. In the next year, you don't need prophecy. Or you don't need a prophet to tell you, oh, you are going to be successful in 1 year from now. If you try it, you see it will work. It will work. A lot of us who are professionals, who are scholars, back home, when we enter here, Europe, when we enter nations like this, instead of us to continue from where we stop, we abandon everything. You see somebody who is an economist, you see somebody who is an accountant, somebody who is a lawyer, back home, as soon as they enter here, they don't even read. Oh, other folks are saying, oh, we want to make money, I want to make money and go home. Where are you going? Anywhere you find yourself is a home. What did I say? Anywhere you find yourself is a home. The reason why you are thinking you are not at home is because your mind, you are telling your mind you are not at home. The day you start telling your mind I'm at home, that's the end. Anywhere you find yourself is your home. Until you accept where you are as your home, you can't make it. Until you accept it. I thank God for a tribe called Igbos. Anywhere they step, whether in their country or anywhere in the world, they regard it as what? At their home. That is why they do everything to become themselves. Now, there are so many people, they have their mind that anywhere you are, you find yourself, no. Home is home. Forget about home is home. That's why you are spending time thinking about home. Oh, I've spent 6 years here. I won't go to Nigeria. Oh, I'm 10 years now. I don't go to Nigeria. My simple question to them is, have you ever seen any of your brother or uncle who live in Lagos for 20 years, 21 years? The same Nigeria. They haven't been to your village. They'll say, yeah, I know of one. Okay, have they killed themselves? Then why are you killing yourself here? Settle down yourself. Forget about going to wherever. Thank God this day there is telephone. You can call them. In the olden days, people who are in abroad, they regarded them as dead people. Why? Because nobody hears from them 10 years, 20 years. But these days, 24 hours, you can be with them if you choose. Now, why are you complaining? Oh, I want to go home, I want to go home, I want to go home. 20 years now, 5 years I've been here. I listen to so many people, they'll say 6 years. One was crying over the phone this week to me, Pastor, I don't know what have I done. What have I done? Everything I put my hand on, everything turned against me. I said, what's your problem? Everything, I don't know what is going on. I don't move forward, always backward. I said, what's your problem? He said, you know, I've been here for 6 years. I said, how many years?
Just 6 years.
He said, 6 years. I said, how many years? He said, 6 years. Okay, when did you actually come? He said, I said 6 years. I said, no, which year? He said, 2014. I said, 2014 January, you are here and you are crying. I said, please just change that mind. You know, you see, the reason why she's crying is because she think 14 years, 2014 is a long year. Because he's telling himself, oh, I'll be here. And the devil is saying to his mind, you are here for 6 years now. You are here for 6 years now. All your mates are traveling here and there. I said, how many years did you say? Remove your mind from, anything that you can't do, remove your mind from it. Don't allow it to kill you. Anything you know you can't do, forget about it. Stop worrying about it. Because you worry of concerning those things will not have issue. It will either or rather be diminishing you or killing you gradually. Killing the cells and the nerves in your body gradually. And you don't know why you are dying slowly. Remove your mind from anything that you can't do for yourself. Simple, that's that it is. Now, if you know how to manage yourself, you will live long. If you know how to manage yourself, you will live long. If you know how to manage yourself, people will see you, you are shining. But by the time you don't control yourself, you can't control any thoughts that comes to your mind, you'll be dying. Out of abundance of heart, Jesus said, the man speaks. In other words, out of abundance of heart, your appearance will tell. Your walk will tell. Your attitude will tell. Now, you have to choose what enter in there. Because there's no problem for you to. The problem we have is things that we already store inside of us that become a problem. Because God said to Adam and Eve, he said, don't eat the fruit and in the midst of the garden. Don't eat it. Now, when they tested it, they were running. Why were they running? Were the fruit purging them? No. Were the fruit actually against them? No. Did the fruit turn them to be animal? No. They were still human beings. They have sense. But because God said, if you eat it, the day you tested it, you shall die. Now, from that moment onward, as soon as they tested it, they died. Their conscience was dead. Now, from that time, they were hiding. Anytime they want to do something good, they will remember it. Anytime they want to do anything positive, they will remember it. God said, we are dead. God said, we are dead. Until God said, no, I need to deliver them. That's why he sent Jesus to redeem us. Redeem means to rebuy us. To rechange us. To change the state of our mind. That's what we call repentance. When repentance is not simply mean you have to be born or enter your mother womb to be born again, but it's a change of mind. To help you to change your mind. If you are able to change your mind, you are okay. You know the reason why we are telling our children, don't have sex before marriage. The reason is because it is hard for you to remove things from your memory. Anything that enters your memory is very dangerous. And if you don't remove it quick, help yourself to remove it. When it's fighting you, you don't know. Have you ever seen so many marriage? 1 year, 2nd year, 3rd year, 4th year. They will be telling their husband, it's mistake. I married you by mistake. One guy that wanted to marry me, that guy wanted to marry me, is now a billionaire. The other one wanted to marry, the other one wanted to give, why? Because they store something in their mind. And God said, don't have sex before marriage. If you don't have sex outside your marriage, you will have a good memory. You will not have somebody to remember tomorrow and say, okay, I wish because by the time you remember that one, instead of you to move forward, you don't look forward. You don't seek solution to your problem. You always look back. And your past is a dangerous what? Weapon that can destroy your present and future. You always look back. Anytime you are looking back, you can't solve the present problem. And if you can't solve your present problem, tomorrow it's going to be worse. Now, God is saying to you, now help yourself to change your mind. You can be great. Greatness is sure. God has designed it inside of you. Everything it takes for you to become yourself is already built inside of you. Just pay the price, little price. It's not even difficult. Deny yourself for so many things. As a student, deny yourself for certain food. Food that can knock you to bed. There's some food when you are just there on the table, you're already sleeping. As a student, when you are eating that, when you are sending yourself into hell. Or somebody that wants to, you want to do something, you always eat. Deny yourself for certain food. There are some meat that you don't supposed to eat. There are some fish that you don't supposed to eat. Find out which one is good for me. Jesus said, man shall not live by bread. Then look, meaning you can live without food. Then why are you allowing food to send you to early grave? Why are you allowing that food to send you to early grave? Now there is no way you can fulfill your purpose if you don't allow yourself to deny some certain things. Greatness is not luck. It's not a law. Oh, you are so lucky, that's why you are great. No. It's principle that pride that give you result. Greatness is the result of principle applied. And it is what you give yourself and you receive. If you allow yourself to remain alone, you will remain alone. But if you allow yourself to die to some certain things, the Bible says you will have fruits. You will have multiplication. But if you remain alone, remain in your culture, remain in your law, the understanding, your belief, you can't become exactly the person that God wants you to be in life. Great man does not segregate. It does not say, okay, this is a black person, a white person. No. And great man has no respect for racism. Now, I would like you to stand to your feet this morning. As we are going to talk to God. I know you have wronged yourself. You have denied yourself for a long time. You are telling yourself, I can't make it because I'm old. I can't make it because I don't think I have a good background. And God is saying now, your background doesn't matter as far as greatness is concerned. If only you can apply the principle, you say the hand of God. Thank you, Holy Ghost. Unto thee, O Lord, do I lift up my soul. Unto thee, O Lord, do I lift up my soul. Oh my God, I trust in you. Let me not be ashamed of my enemies. Unto thee, O Lord, do I lift up my soul. Unto thee, O Lord, do I lift up my soul. I am the Lord, now is your name. You will never share your glory with anyone. You will never share your glory with anybody. You are Jehovah, that is your name. You never share your glory with anyone. You will never share your glory with anybody. You can't lie to me. I lost you now. You cannot lie. You cannot lie to me. You can't lie. You cannot lie. The lie of you now. You cannot lie. You cannot lie. No, you cannot lie to me. You cannot lie to me. Oh, the liar of you. You cannot lie. You cannot lie. You cannot lie. Father, we exalt your name. We'll give you praise and we'll honor your name. Lord, we know you cannot lie to us. You said everything it takes for us to succeed as your sons and your daughters is built inside of us. As we eat in the life of a seed that become a tree and bring forth fruit, as we eat in the life of birds of the air, the ability to fly, as it is in the life of the fishes, the ability to swim is inside of them. And you are saying unto us, everything it takes for us to become who you want us to be is designed inside of us. It's because we don't know. That is why we are there where we are. Lord, we thank you for the opening of eyes. We thank you for the information. We're asking, oh God, for the grace to put this information into work. Let that grace be released upon us in the name of Jesus Christ. For you said in your word, thou shalt not be the hearers only, but the doers of the word. Lord, we are asking the ability to be the doer of your word, the doer of your word, the doer of your word. Let that grace be released upon every one of us now in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Lord, I am praying in the name of Jesus. As many men that be set on a particular word, on so many things, based on their ideas they receive from men, based on the environment they grew up, that tells them that they cannot become this, that they cannot become great, that they cannot become successful. My God, I am praying in the name of Jesus, for it is written, my word is fire, and my word is hammer. I therefore command in the name of Jesus, let those things that be stuck in the mind of this man, let it be broken away now in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Fire of the Holy Ghost. Consume all those particles, all those rubbish that filled their mind, that have been loaded in their mind. Let it be consumed and be removed totally from their mind in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Thank you, King of Glory. Let your power rest upon us to become ourselves, to become that which you said concerning us. Thank you, King of Glory. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen.